DC here. Hi guys. Well, I'm slowly, really slowly catching up on videos, and I'm kind of skimming across, grabbing some from one person and another and trying to get a feel of what happened when I was away. And one that I came upon, and I wanted to get to this, is from LemonVerbenas's, Jennifer. She has two channels, but this one is actually one where I would call it her faith-based channel. Maybe she would call it something else, but I find it's a nice channel where she talks about her faith and actually tries to open a dialogue at many points. And there was one series of questions actually if she was asking us, whoever would want to answer. And I know that the Blue Flamingo's done it, and I will now try to answer myself on this. So, first question. What, if any, religion or faith were you before your current one? Now, to start off, I guess I got to answer is that I've always been in the family that was Christian, and so I've never actually been in any other faith. I have changed denominations, but I've always been a Christian. Now, one of the reasons I've changed denominations at the time was probably when I decided to become more serious, I would say, in the way I approach my faith, and I became, I would say, more anti-clerical. I know in some of my vids actually I've said, oh, I would like to have been a pastor. Maybe some of you might even remember that. And that actually, funnily enough, is a reaction to being anti-clerical. But maybe I'll get onto that actually later on in this vid. Second question. What brought you to your current faith, path, or religion? Okay, so the second question is already bringing me there. Well, the thing is that when I would say when I realized that the words in the Bible, or the Bible, which is the main book of the Christian faith, were for me very real. Real in the sense is that I took the Bible as a whole book and not a bunch of little bits and pieces, which actually, if you do that with any book, if you take it apart, you make it lose its meaning. And I was really, really, how could I say, I felt very strongly at that point that I needed to be an adult in my faith. Stand up for myself. That's what made me feel that I was anti-clerical, because I felt that so many pew heaters, if I could call them that way, people just sit on their pews, on their poops, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, they were, in my eyes, just going through the motions. And that was something that I didn't want to do. That was also what made me become anti-clerical at the same time, where I felt like, hey, maybe I could at one point or another be a pastor and stir people up. Whatever. Okay. One of the other questions. If someone from another faith asks you to describe in one word your faith, path, religion, what would it be? One word. One word would be love. And if I had to do it with another word, I'd say truth. What do you find frustrating about your chosen path? I find frustrating actually that so many people within a same religion cannot seem to get along. That does not mean that we should not have all the same opinion. Far from it. What I find frustrating is to try and force an opinion, extremism at times, on others. That might be one thing. But I have to tell you, I do not think that this is exclusive to my faith or religion. Okay. What is the biggest misconception others have about your faith? Well, actually, that is probably one of the things, is Christians are intolerant. A lot of people are intolerant. Christianity as such, I do not think is an intolerant religion. If you would read the Bible as it should be read, the story, the whole message of the Bible, you will see that it is far from intolerant. Of course, I would be a bit longer than the time that I have here. But that is, for me, the biggest misconception. And it's probably, in a large part, because Christians themselves don't always understand what's behind their faith. What is the best thing about your faith? It would be, I would say, the message of Jesus, which is a message of love, of salvation, and of truth. A message that shows that there is a path to the light, and if we were able to, we could follow it, but we're not able to, and that's why we have to go to Him. I'm doing a bit of theology here, and it's pretty lousy because it's not done correctly. Too little time. Other than your own, what other faith would you be interested in learning more about? Actually, I've always read a lot about the different religions, different faiths. This is part of my nature. I love to read, and I love to read about a lot of religions. I find that Buddhism can be quite interesting, although I do find that there are failings in it which don't really attract me, and then at that point, actually, I must say that I end up being more interested in my own faith. That's why I keep there. Instead of words, show me one picture that sums up how you feel about your religion, path, or faith. Okay, I still have to show, I can never do things quite as I said. It's going to be more than one picture. It comes to love. This is a picture of my grandparents and their family. A picture of myself and my family. Was my parents. And right here is a picture of my sons. I'm just realizing while we're talking that there is not a picture of myself and my wife, which should be there, but you've seen us in other vids. Why did I show these pictures? Because it sums up what I see in my faith, is passing on the good news, passing on the word, and this is what these generations have tried to do. Okay, I'm going to finish off with one very little thing, because time is moving on, but just to see a lot of misconceptions. Christians are often taken as being bigots, intolerant, and actually, a lot of times they are. Look at my t-shirt, White Cross. I could quiz you and say how many people know about this. This is a Christian heavy metal, or they sometimes call it white metal band. Yeah, real good heavy metal. Made by Christians, with Christian songs, music, and words. Jennifer, this is a great station, a great channel, not station, great channel. Love it, and I hope we're going to be able to have a lot more chats. I'm looking forward to hear about your faith and others. DC, signing off. Take care.